right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another edition of the A-01 podcast, where actually these two are in con fatigue. Not me, because I live in Florida, but they were at AnimeNYC, which is why we are recording on September 1st rather than August. But hey, it's close to August. It's 24 hours removed from August, so yay, this is an August podcast in September.
Sure, if you want to go with the semantics and all that, like, okay, we're maybe just 24 hours late on that. But again, you try attending a 3 to 4 day con. It's hard.
It adds up.
Yeah, I tried that when I went to Florida SuperCon, and my friend Mike and I got like the 3-day pass. We went back home after half a day.
I mean, yeah, that's the except if you like get back home at a decent time, like three at the most 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then yeah. But you try also attending two night concerts, which I mean, thankfully they weren't too late, but still, it was like until that dark.
And I spent most of it at I think they're calling themselves Florida SuperCon Championship Wrestling, but it was actually the cosplay of wrestling that goes around, and that's where I met Leva Bates. But yeah, I spent most of my time there. I realized after bringing like $500 cash with me that they take credit cards, so I spent more than $500. I got my replica Buster sword from Advent Children. It was like the first thing I bought for like $150. I fell victim to the $9 personal pan pizza from Papa John's, which was a complete ripoff.
Do not.
And paid for it in the bathroom later.
Better pizza, better ingredients.
Papa was in the house. Let me say that much.
Ah.
Yeah, I got some cool little, like, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're like the chibi stuffed like figures from like anime. I got like a Kirito, I got an Edward Elric, and I got a Mega Man 1 because obviously it's Mega Man. I remember buying the entire Legend of Zelda manga box set there. But yeah, I kind of went nuts when I found out they took credit cards. Yay, Stripe. You gotta love Stripe.
Yeah, God. Square and Stripe. They're not as somebody who is accounting for a living, they're not my favorite to work with, and I'll leave it as that.
But yeah, the point is yeah, I got con fatigued after half a day, and I pretty much saw every booth, met every pro wrestler, saw a wrestling show, got all my anime fixes and manga fixes. So I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of done. So we went home. So I don't know how you guys managed 3 days. I lasted half a day before I was like, fuck this, I'm done.
I mean, the only thing that kind of keeps it living is obviously we're going to the day panels, like any panels you want to attend and such. That's pretty much the only lifeblood. Aside from that, yeah, if you're done with seeing the exhibit halls and all that, you're pretty much good.
And even though I was actually with the Outerhaven when I went, I didn't go as press. Maybe I should have done that because I could have gotten some cool stuff. But
press and also a free entry. Yes.
Yeah, free. Yeah.
Yeah. Come to think of it, that was 10 years ago because I went in 2014. Jesus Christ.
Geez, way to make you old. Oh man. All right. So yeah, but I forgot we're still doing a podcast. Holy crap. So host, segue into it.
Oh sure, yeah, podcast. I mean, yeah, we're doing that thing, aren't we? With microphones and the voices and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess we will kick it off the only way we know how, and that's talking about 2D girls with very limited animations. VTuber Corner.
Yeah. So Will and I managed to go to AnimeNYC. In a couple of days from now, probably a video on YouTube. Us talk about expressions from it. But there's one thing we left out from that video was.
Oh wait! I actually want to say this because this is actually in relation to that. Will, what the hell? I expected this from you, but I also didn't expect it from you. The very first picture you posted when you went to AnimeNYC was of Hollow Live, and I'm like, yep, that's Will.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to go, I don't know, take a picture of Chicago Shibuya in the press or something like that? Or, I don't know, like some other starlet babe? But no, like, can I not show off my VTuber love, my Kami Oshi?
Oh my god, no. Jeez.
What was it you prefer me to send as my first pick, Josh? I'm asking, legitimately asking.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I expected it, but I also actually no. Let's be honest, I expected it. Like as soon as you hit that con floor, I knew your divining rod would lead you right to the VTuber girl. So
yeah.
And again, back to my question: what do you expect me to send as the first pick? Aside from Hotline, what do you want? What do you want as the first pick?
Probably cosplayer corner. I demanded pictures.
Not this time. Yeah, not this time.
I demanded pictures in a burlap sack operation.
Unfortunately, Burlack's operation was not really as evident. The only thing that was pretty much, if not worthy, was like I know there was like Love Live, Chiwasato, and all that, but overall, it really wasn't much. It only wasn't much regarding to guest list. So
yeah, we
not
didn't have
much
much to work with this time around. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about AKB48 coming in maybe sometime in the future, maybe. Or it was definitely weaker this past previous years in working with the guest list, in my opinion.
Yeah, like we didn't have much to work with when it comes to that stuff. Like there was, I think, maybe 3 or 4 girls that were there that were like professional cosplayers. That was it. I don't recall. Maybe it was less than 10. I want to say, if that's a good amount, right? Well.
Mane. But heck, at least the only thing that was good was in the Kaho Shibuya, which she's such a lovely gal.
Yeah, lovely. Wink. Yeah. After I saw what you're about, yeah.
But anyway, back to VTuber Corner.
Yeah, back to more VTuber Corner. So yeah, like I said, Will and I went to AnimeNYC, so we just chuckled about it. And one thing we left out, we didn't talk about in the YouTube video, which you'll be seeing hopefully soon, or if it came out, it is what it is. We didn't talk about Breaking in Dimension Concert. That was a separate event held at King's Theater. And yeah, let's talk about how we got there. All right, first step. Will and I made a deal. Like we get there, we drop our stuff at home. Luckily, we are within the vicinity of Brooklyn, so it wasn't that bad. So we dropped off. Thankfully, yeah. We got there and it was okay. I ended up taking an Uber there because it's only like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take a train to go around for 30 minutes for no reason. I could run it, but that would be crazy because that I'm not that much of an exercise buff. I'm not that crazy yet where I've decided to run everywhere I can go. So I got there and I was there with Will. We found each other and we got our tickets. The lady was like, "Oh, what's your first name?" I'm like, blank. Like, you have 2 first names? Yeah. And like, yeah, 3, technically 3. And that's in my middle name. Like, what? Oh, you're Haitian. Like, yeah, I'm Haitian. Yeah. That's how much.
So yeah, you had to stop at a lady.
But we were in where my people live. So it was very obvious when they realized that just from the name alone, like, yeah, it was it. And then the madhouse began waiting online. People brought their entire crew and more with them. I saw a guy day 1 legit brought a giant Daki. I think it was Callie. It was a Gura.
I thought it was like Bay or something like that. Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah. Someone brought in a giant Narissa Ravencroft's like stand, like legit stand. Like holy.
Yeah. Like if you were one of the lucky people who actually managed to snag a ticket in that King's Theater, the lines was like expanding. Like it went like how like people are fans are crazy enough as it is, but like try lining up here in Brooklyn, and the lines were massive on day 1. Thankfully, it was better on day 2, but the lines was massive as the common folk. So again, thank you very much to one brand agency. Again, thank you to Christine for the hookup for the tickets because I do not want to wait on that line. Thankfully, so again, much for you, Kristen.
It was insane. Like honestly, because when we got inside, right, and it's like. I was checking, we did some photos you've seen on Twitter, etc. And I checked my phone and I tell Will, I was like, yo, Will, I just got a tweet from Hollow because I had them on notification, and they're like, oh, by the way, because of waiting for everyone in, the concert had extra 30 minutes, they had a delay for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because again, like if we didn't, because by the way, the security did their stuff. They ran their bag and whatever. People people brought I was just there in a t-shirt and clothes. That's it on my phone. These homies brought the entire kitchen sink with them. So they had to scan all that. Security was like, nope, this can't be brought in. That can be brought in. Nope, do this, do that.
Yeah. Like I've learned from my theater experiences. Like, if you want to go to a show, bring light. And unfortunately, you have to bring a very small, like those mini bottles of water if you want to drink something, but that's it. So I've learned in theaters, you do not bring anything, but these Hollow fans, they brought in the armor, the pin set, the pin bags, and all the standees, the Dakis, the freaking flag of America and Narissa.
They brought the flags, for every girl. Like, if you didn't know, now you know where they come from. It's like, Bibu's Thailand. Like, I thought Bibu was your people, but like, no, Bibu is Thai. It's like, oh, yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I'm kind of curious because either they have their Kami Oshi and they're either their own personal nationality flag, like again, Narissa US whatever or combination. I don't know. Like basically as a combination. But is Bibu Thai? I don't know. That's all. Yeah.
Well, it would explain how she's able to collab with the indie girls, and particularly Kyla, very quickly. So it's a possibility, maybe. But they were repping it, so.
I always thought like that, like the different flags is like, oh, they're Kami-Oshi and their own personal nationality themselves, the fans, but I don't know.
Well, the thing is that they put Giga, like they had one for Giga. I mean, Giga, they put Giga in like what's that flag country? Giga in Giga in USA, and some of them were realistic. So it's like, yeah. So if somebody knows the forbidden knowledge, you can drop that and let us know so we don't look crazy in the future. That would be great. But it was crazy. They had the flag. It was like, but it was from day one. I wasn't able to go because day two I had to work on that. I had to do some post work stuff. Day one was a good concert. It had everything. I think it's a good experience and event.
It's definitely like if you're a Hololive fan, it is definitely the show to go for. If like again, this is the second concert, and again the fact that came into him again here in Brooklyn in our backyards is just crazy as it is, and like the major event, it brought in everybody. I mean Jimmy, like the famous people, famous fans from Hololive definitely stopped by here, just even for day two, like the songs, the atmosphere. I mean, again, the fact that it was also streaming worldwide, which people were just absolutely crazy for, is just like, all eyes was on that site.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think like one of the strangest things I said was the concert. I was like, wait. Like the first 30 minutes was the free YouTube portion. And obviously you have to, if you want to watch more, drop some money in all XX streaming service, which is the whole plan. Look, Josh and I watch wrestling. The buy-in show is designed to get people to buy in, but the way things are now, good luck convincing people to pay extra money. They bought in, they're bought in. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, and like because because before this, like before the hookup, like I was like considering actually buying the streaming tickets, and the streaming tickets are still kind of dang priced at like $70 or something like that. Like
that's a situation. That was like oof, but
yeah, and that's only for limited access. You don't keep it. It's only for limited access. So
exactly. That's another thing that bothers me. I'll get rant about that later. That bothers me. Yeah. Like I paid money for limited access. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm just happy again. That shout out to Kristen for that hookup. And yes, me like attending both nights. It's definitely different songs, different song tracks, so don't worry about that. So I mean, if you remember the first concert, you would know. But again,
exactly.
Both days
that's good. Yeah, that was good to know. Yeah,
both lists are different track lists, but like settings, like the transition and the settings in the city is no different from day one match. So like the transition is the same, but the song track list is different. So if you want to attend both days, you pretty much get the full experience. And again, prop songs like again Fuamoko with Bao Idol. Kylie Moore's new opening with pantomime of go-getters from the Suicide Isekai Squad, and it's just an absolute blast just to attend it, and the air, like it was just absolutely again crazy seeing all the like even Suicide. Of course naturally if you check out all of the members Hello Ian's personal YouTube, we're going to the experience after the concert, like
they had a post stream talking about it.
Even like Suicide, even was like what was the whole monkey sound like ooh, between songs? Like she thought it was the win. No, that was us.
That was us. Yeah, that's people going unga. I'll leave it as that.
Yeah, and even though it was like again roughly about like at most 2 hours, like an hour 30 minutes is like that. Just that. Well, I argue it's probably a bit on the pricey side. Just the experience probably makes it up for it. So it's up to you how you want to interpret if the price is worth it. But in the end, is the Breaking Dimensions concert is just, if you're a Hololive fan, definitely if you could try your luck to get those tickets whenever it is come nearby your state, or if you want to go travel, it's just an absolutely fun time. It's just like that community is. It's just one of a kind. It's just one of a kind. It's undescribable.
Yeah, a lot of people had the happy robes, which are some are being sold in other locations, but I can't believe some people had them. I don't know where they got them, but now I know, so that was helps.
Like from what I checked out, it is based in the Hololive fan Discord, so they are like made to order. But currently, right now, this is not an ad, but at Good Smile Company right now, there is for Holo gamers a happy code that's currently available for pre-order. So like there are some that are official, some of them are not fan made. So yeah, of course, naturally, gotta be careful because there's scammers and all that. So just FYI,
Yeah.
but officially there is one set available at a Good Smile company.
And Good Smile, if you sponsor us, that could have been an ad, just so you know.
Just so you know, you could have made some money off the what did Bebo did the Bebo tax? Yeah, you gotta get the gap for the Rizzler. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Man, yeah.
I can't believe she did that. Oh
and
God.
yeah, just as a quick, also part of AnimeNYC at the Hololive concert, there was the paid concert at the Javits Center, which is again the fact that you have to go and pay extra to attend a concert in the Javits Center, like. AnimeNYC, please, if you're gonna charge all these things, at least have one complimentary concert free of access to all,
or just
attendees.
have it priced in, like you buy the pass and it's priced into it. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but that would just make sense. Like I know at the end of the day you're trying to charge me for a premium experience. You might as well just make let's call it $110 triple pass, have access to everything and your grandma and more. I would pay for that at that point.
Yeah. So that's definitely one of my critiques regarding to them in regards. But yeah, like the Hololive concert at the Javits Center, the paid experience, it's also like just fun seeing Kiara, Ina, and yeah, Muna, Hoshinova. Just like it's also a solid experience as well. So in case you couldn't like get the Breaking Dimensions concert, there were also complimentary, also other concerts from Hololive. That one concert, as well as the Face Connect concert, which also absolute.
Yeah, we talked about that on the video, but in short summary, the Face Connect concert was kind of like last minute esque. It was kind of weird.
Yes.
And I'm glad they managed to get it through. Just hope it doesn't. It sounds like and I mean this very politely. It sounds like a logistic issue.
Yes.
Like logistically, it was like, oh hey, we got this up, and it's like, are we sure? Are you sure? Is someone sure? So it seems like that kind of happened.
Mane. So yeah, like the Sword concert at Javits was that. But again, Face Connect also they brought in the show, but granted it'd be a last minute thing. And just wrap it up, we're going to the AnimeNYC and Hololive. Yeah, like the panels that me and Matt attended, like yeah, with HoloLens, Ian Justice, and of course with two of the gamers, Fubuki and Miyosha. Yeah, again, seeing Justice up there is just again. I love Raora, I love Elizabeth. They're just absolutely fun people. And again, the Q&A panels and all that, which again, the whole testing their knowledge regarding to here in New York City is like again the rats, and
rats.
It's fun.
Yeah, Giga. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Buff Rat showed up, so that always helped the convention,
Buff Rat, yeah, and of course naturally with Fubuki and Mio, yeah, Fubuki is, Fubuki is like Fred, she's gone. I love her, and I really gotta get her. Sorry.
She's a comedian. I was gonna say she's a comedian. She's killing Yaku's dream every day.
And also, just a quick FYI, if you want to go, again, not sponsored, but Good Smile Company is currently having a Labor Day event, which you can get Fubuki's Nendoroid at a half off right now. So yeah, very good deal. And I actually bought the Watame Nendoroid at AnimeNYC, which pretty
Wait,
good.
you bought the Watame Nendoroid and give it to me? I see I betrayed Watame, sorry.
Hey, giri Watame. Or
yeah. She did nothing. You just said Will did nothing wrong, but you said Watame did nothing wrong. I see, but you still did nothing. You did everything wrong. But anyway.
But yeah, it's so yeah. Overall, the at Hololive, AnimeNYC, and like unfortunately there wasn't aside from I know there were like a couple of other indie VTubers like NOA and such was there as well. I mean, thankfully we would not talk about a certain company that wasn't there. So
we'll be talking about them real soon. Don't worry about that.
But yeah, overall, like yeah. It's like Hololive, AnimeNYC, Breaking Dimensions concert is just absolutely fire. Just it's an experience. You gotta attend it at least once. It's like if you get an opportunity, by all means attend. And if you're lucky enough, by all means get one ticket, or heck, even try a streaming ticket if you want. And
the only complaints of the stream is access for limited time. So I'm not gonna tell you what you should do with the content you purchase, but like I said, it's a small pet peeve that I'm buying a limited item good that is perishable. You should charge me less as I can't get access to it. Unless I decide to do some extracurriculars, and I'll leave it as that.
Right. And again, people once they have streaming, they're just putting up the the screenshots of the stream. I mean, in good quality compared to our theater shots and all that. But heck, that's people for you. That's people.
Yeah, it's a Blair. Yeah.
And that's also before we move on to the next section for Hololive, because I completely forgot we mentioned this as well, like because surprisingly enough, Yagu was indeed at AnimeNYC at the Javits Center. I mentioned to Matt during the Sword concert during that Friday night. Yeah, Yagu was there because he was still flying over. And we also, again, props out to Kristen for the hookup, that we actually managed to go and interview one of the staff members of Hololive, which, I forgot, couldn't put the two together at that moment, but it was Max Kim of Hololive USA. Cover USA, Max Kim, or the people dub him as Saigo. Instead of Yago, is Saigo, which I was a complete idiot when I realized that afterwards.
Yeah. So it was so cool either way.
So also look forward to that interview that when we release it down in the future, because hearing the Western side, I basically the US Yagu again, Maxim, shout outs to you, awesome guy, and I cannot wait to see what you bring in, partnering up with Cover Core and how you got to bring it here to the US. So again, shout outs to you, Max Kim.
Yeah, pretty much. And that was pretty much in a nutshell everything else. But with more Hololive news that could be considered bad, is that we're going to start with some, I would say bad news. Minato Aqua, as you may have known, graduated. Legendary graduation. She somehow had more viewers than the former legendary dragon, Kiryu Koko. And Aqua has been around. She's Gen 2. She's been around for such a long time. And she just, again, she left the company. It was on her accord. No drama whatsoever. It's like, you know what? I did my bit. That's it. I wish her best in her future, or if she just retired, that's it. Live a normal life. I wish her the best. But she did change. Like, she was like, I think if it wasn't for her, the idea of holo gamers wouldn't be kind of a thing. You think about it, because she was like one of the first ones that was just particularly more towards gaming. I mean, she did idol stuff, but mostly gaming.
The fact that the numbers reached up to over 700,000 concurrent viewers during her graduation, and like I've just seen like people on Twitter again legitimately crying. I mean, I cried over Kaicho and Sana's graduation, but I can only imagine how fans of Aqua were like taking it, like again, absolutely breaking down, just full on the floodgates open. And even like that last animation of Aqua taking off her maid headband and just like saying sayonara is like another era, another idol graduated, gone to another better future, and just another alumni.
Another alum. And I would say pretty good on that one. I feel like if you want like more people's interpretations of that scenario, you could check out Hosho Marine. If you see any of her clips that were talking about it. This also was Kyla. There was a lot of people talking about it, so you can check that out. And gotta roll on for more of the bad news. If you somehow downloaded Holo Plus, it's not good. Don't do it. It's not a great app. I would not recommend it in any way whatsoever. It's not a great app.
And aside from not being great, I believe you mentioned as well, like people were just basically spamming in regards to like more or less kind of broke the dang app.
They broke the app. It was spamming like people's infos. There was a whole bunch of things. Like I personally feel like, this is my good to honest opinion, I think unironically that Hololive definitely wants to tap into a way to have direct access to their fan base. Good idea, but let's be adult about this. Your fan base is all over the place. You have people who are essentially fourth walling in public. Okay, let's be honest. Sorry, you got fourth wallers. You got saplings doing ground pounds. I don't really know how to feel about all you guys running around the same time, but let's call a spade a spade. Maybe it's best if you interact them in different forms and try to make your own form for them. Not all of them have the best tuition in mind. I'll leave it at that.
And your community, again, the Hololive community is massive, and you want to let the floodgates of like bringing everyone, the good, the bad, the ugly, the degenerate, and all in everything in between. Then
Like, I feel like you should limit the interactions with all that. That's my opinion, because it's unless you have a very heavy moderation board, go for it. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible because again, it's massive. I've met Hololive fans that would like cosplay Fourth Waters, Grandpa, and a whole bunch of people. I met some normal working dudes. There were gym bros that were Hololive. There's even a community called Hollow Lift, where it's just a bunch of gym bros who like Hololive and just into lifting. That's it. So it's a lot to get in there.
So yeah, Cover Corp, definitely take this into feedback, and yeah, if you want to make it an open social app for your company, yeah, just have have an entire room of moderators, or 2 floors of room of moderators to overflow it, because it's a lot.
Yeah, speaking of it's a lot, I would call it. They recently, I think it was on Botan's YouTube channel. So we found out that both Corone and Botan had a bizarre adventure in America. They went to American Evo and traveled to Las Vegas. It was a pretty wild stuff. I don't know if you had a chance to check that out, Will.
I did. Again, like the fact that this was before AnimeNYC, and like again, Botan and Corone were just traveling over America, met Max Kim, and yeah, just like basically having a summer vacation and going to Evo, and just absolutely just bloody adorable. And to know that Evo people would hear or see Botan and Corone, and it's like, oh shit, that's by Kamiyoshi.
Yeah. Some people figured it out, some people did it. Now that's I found it kind of funny, just personally.
Like co-official, like I could have been there. Oh well.
Yeah.
And yeah, but thankfully, again, the fans of those two, like, thankfully, like, of course, naturally, they kept it to themselves. They definitely do not. Hopefully, there is no malicious fans out there. But yeah, just overall, is just seeing those two together, and the fact they made bank at a casino, which like they made like 2,000 profit from gambling. It's just like, geez, okay, Botan and Corone, good gamblers. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what they do. They're essentially, well, Botan is Hollow Gamers adjacent because she's an FPS gamer. But what's a little gambling, right? It's like shooting, right?
I mean, shooting, find your financial banks and all that, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely by all means, check out Botan and Corone's American Bizarre Adventure, as you titled it.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty good.
It's a fun video. You hear from, again, Max Kim of Cover USA, and yeah, just the absolute fun of it all. So yeah, the cultural differences is good. Is good times. Good times.
Yeah. Another thing I would like also talk about too is, and we'll not we have on the docket, is that this is going to start leading to the bad news. But actually, we'll still we'll get to the bad news. We'll keep all the bad news in the end. All right. So
okay.
From Hollow Stars, Gerard T. Rexford. Hollow Stars Armus. I think it's the third. Armus is the third generation. Yeah, It was Guild Tempest, Vanguard, Armus is third. So Gerard T. Rexford hit 120k subs for Hollow Stars. That's you got it. Yeah, that's some good stuff. That is stuff that we are proud of. That's great. He did that, so we're all proud of him for that. So it's not some Hollow Star for Hollow Stars English particularly. So that's a really big deal. So shout out to him for doing so. Keep living your dream of getting money, getting paid. That's all he really doing it for, which I love that about him as characters. Like, I'm doing this for the money. Like, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what he's doing it for. Not because he loves anything, just want the money. Just good stuff. Good honesty with one of VTubers. So that's really good, man. Honestly, shouts to him. I'm a huge fan of his content. Though he's in the Philippines, he streams a bit later than usual, but always catch the VODs if I can. So check him out if you want to know what the hype is about. And I guess we could.
Before I head into the bad news, there was also one more thing that literally just came up today at time of recording. Is like, again, the fact that also Botan actually was, I believe, the first VTuber to actually make a Guinness World Record. Yeah. So this is just like that happened today. Like, apparently Shishiron Botan is one of the first VTubers to actually have a Guinness World Record for having her name and her, I believe, mascot written out in ramen cups. Yes, I kid you not. That's the Guinness World Record for VTubers.
I swear to God, Guinness World Records is really scraping the bottom of the barrel as what they consider, like, I don't know, credible criteria to make it into their records. Like, you could literally do anything. It's like you could line up marshmallows from one side of your city to the next, and as long as it's with a certain distance, you'll be in the book. Like, you don't have to use marshmallows. You can use something like, I don't know, condoms. You could do anything as long as it's like some sort of stupid long thing or over a certain weight or something, you're going to make the book. Like, what's the criteria here? That's not even impressive. Who cares? Oh God, you wrote your name in cups.
Oh no, the sad part is like there is here's Andrew here. There's been I would say I've seen some recent like news. We'll talk about it. It's been a conspiracy that the Guinness World Records is kind of like the rich weird kids buying stuff rather than actual achievements. But that's a conspiracy theory, can't be proven. But you know, it is what it is. If it's true, you know, womp womp. You know. So that's neither here nor there. So. But yeah, speaking of like, I would say now gets to bad news. We found out that that one of the devs, I think his name is for HoloCure, I think it's I forgot his K. The devs of HoloCure. He recently admitted that he said that. So for the next update for HoloCure, they've been hinting more characters. They've been hinting, you know, we'll have Gen 3. We're gonna have Pecora. I mean, sorry, yeah, Gen 3 is Pecora. I think you have Pecora's Gen, etc., etc. So the rumor is. I think Gen 4, but you have Pecora, Gen 3, that Rusia will not be available as a character for that update.
Wow.
And why is Rusia not going to be added to the update? Let's call a spade. She's done some really spicy stuff. Okay.
I mean, it was just a cooking stream. It was a cooking stream.
A cooking stream. Yeah. It's a cooking stream. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. But on a very serious note, like if you know Rusia and the things she's been recently accused of and the whole 9 yards, it's a spicy thing. Let's put it this way: Rusia is no longer, I believe, you can correct me on this, Will, is no longer officially part of eShoujo.
No. That she was gone a long time ago. She
was gone a long time ago, right?
Under the Nazura name. I mean, yeah, Nazura left a long time ago. Yeah.
So you take that as you will, and I mean that seriously. Take that as you will. But it's like, so it's like she, like, you know, like she no longer. I know that she has her. What they call it, her what they call it now, that she has her voice acting career going on. You take that as you will, but it's like she's done some really spicy stuff.
And
I can understand why not adding to the game is not a good idea. It doesn't hurt that Hollow Live. It's like, you know, with the I think called the Hollow indie game crew they have, there's some guidelines you have to follow, and it has to be like put on top, like, you know what, you ain't putting Rushia here, that this ain't happening, that's not happening.
You can. This is what you do. This is how you salvage it. Instead of a character sprite, right, you make a red circle with a line through it. That'll be the character, and the weapon will be some chili peppers, and the name of the weapon will be canceled capsaicin.
Oh God,
because spicy.
Oh my, that's spicy. Yeah. Oh God, but yeah, that's.
I'm a genius. Hire me.
Genius. Yeah. Okay. Call. But yeah, in my opinion, though, it kind of makes sense that she's not hired. So that's some bad news. That's bad news number one. Bad news number two. Oh God, how we're gonna put this? So, all right. So this is genius out there. Her name is Henya. She's a genius. You may have known a while back that she's recently she recently has been caught with Ligma.
Yep.
So because of that, she's been having hard time breathing and streaming. So across the board, she has not been streaming for a very long time.
She tries to stream like maybe now and then, but unfortunately it's not as long as she wants it to be. She does cough during streams. Like the times she streams, unfortunately coughing fits does happen frequently. So yeah, she tries to, but it's present that
it's not. Recovery. It's definitely not viable in her current condition.
And she has also released a statement in regards to unfortunately she is taking a hiatus to recover from her from Ligma, and just unfortunately this hiatus will also probably affect her into her birthday, or birthday or anniversary is one of the two.
I believe.
So it will kind of goes into that, and which she's kind of a bit bummed in regards to that. But again, health comes first, and again, we do not want to lose Henya. We do not want to lose her. She's just an absolute sweet kettle as she is. So Henya, by all means, focus on your health. Like take all the time, take the load off right at the moment, and we'll see when you get better.
Yeah, basically. So that's right there. I was unaware that she still has health complications post Ligma, post that, and I was surprised that she's still sick. Like how? But but it all makes sense, So that's not good for her. And here's two of the company that Will says we won't talk about, but they just keep messing up so bad it's not funny.
We tried to give them a break, but no, you just had to oh no, please look at me, drama queen. Literally.
Like they're just like these people. You can't be. These people can't be taken seriously. I'm like I can't even. Like I can't believe you're like a real company. So Nisasanji, that's what we talk about. So two things about Nisasanji. So recently we found out there was somebody in Nisasanji's circle that was filming and taking photos of the livers and mocking how they look and using it kind of a blackmailing kind of way. You know, the standard scumbag stuff you expect from a black company. But here's the thing. As of today, I can always be proven wrong. Wait till more sources come out that the person who did it was a guy called Yab. He was yabbing. And he is not an employee of Nisasanji. He is a contractor who worked with them. But either way, still Niji fault because they should always check the contract they're doing. How did you let this happen, etc. So that's the current thing right now about that. So you work at Niji, the basic tenement of you're going to be safe working here doesn't exist. It's that bad.
You know what's funny? I was hoping to like come in at the end of this segment and be like a hero because I actually saw this trending on Twitter as you guys were talking. I'm like, hey, I got a scoop for VTuber Corner, and then you went ahead and said it. But there's actually more to this. Not only is he a sound engineer and he's been spying on people, he's also responsible for doxing the VTubers.
Yep. What a great guy, you know. Oh God, it's like I can't believe this. You guys can't be this dumb, but here we are.
It's just like what the heck. We want to give you a break to see if you can redeem yourself, but nope, you had to just count out more L's. It's just like, look, it's bad enough regarding to everything that's happened to you this already, like this first half of the year of anything else, but now you just can't okay, we're gonna give you a break. No, you gotta go have even more crap coming out from you again, doing just objectively bad things.
It's like what is this company objectively? It's not like, oh, they made a little oopsie, eto bleh. No, it's not eto bleh. It's like, what the man. This is not Eto Bleh. This is literally not Eto Bleh.
Yeah.
And I can't. And it's just like I can't believe these people. They're a real company. That's the best way I feel about saying it. You know, these guys are a real company. I don't know how to say it. They're a real company. And that is like the most embarrassing part of the whole thing. Like even if Yob is a contractor, why don't you have limited protocols how the contractors interact with you? I mean, Jesus. And also, here's number two why Niji's bad. Niji. So apparently, after Doki left, these guys are still petty about Doki Bird. So let's talk about this. If anyone who also listens to this amazing podcast is also a fan of the fighting game community, you must be aware of Sajin Slam tournaments. He invites a bunch of randos, meets some fighting game people, and they just play fighting games for a period, right? So Sajin is generally neutral. He has no idea who he's inviting at the time. He just sends out feelers like anyone does. And he invited two people, Doki Bird and Victoria Brightshield. Victoria Brightshield has nothing to do with the drama. She's a Niji. Do not harass her. She's a good person. She's just like Street Fighter. Doki Bird was invited. Oh boy, I get invited to another event because that's what Doki does. She gets invited to events. I don't know how to get around that. She's famous. You got to own that. So for all intents and purposes, Doki Bird gets invited, and so does Brightbird. And then Side Jump gets a little mention from, hey, this company called Sanji reached out to me and told me, yeah, you're not supposed to be there. Like what? Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Like what? They don't want you interacting with her at all. Like nothing. You're not gonna be here. Like this has to stop. Like what are you talking about? And they're like, well, you see here, buddy. Doki Bird left our company like 10 years ago, whatever, like some over the summer. And we're not really over that because letting us be professionals, just let it rock. Absolutely not. We don't want interacting with her. I'm gonna be honest with you. What does interacting with Doki Bird does? She has never done anything towards a company. She hasn't, out of anyone else who had the right to milk us into drama, has said absolutely nothing. I would expect that, this is my aunt, everyone who left Nisasanji this year alone, Doki Bird, Matara, if you know, you know, and Michi, you would think they would be making 90% of their content just milking how bad you are. No, they went on with their lives like normal people do. Like you freaking putz, like Jesus.
Like okay, so it's it's pretty much regarding to also similar to another Hololive duo group that we know as well. But yeah, just you okay, they're doing exactly that. Doki Bird is moving on with her life. She has been booming, and now you're like Niji, you're just basically saying, no, we don't want you to interact with our company VTuber. Like, what? Are you really that jealous? Oh, financially eligible. She's booming. I'm sorry. That's your own damn fault. That's your own damn action.
You did it yourself. Like, and the worst part about this whole thing, to be honest with you, remember this happened a while back to, I believe it was K-Son. Where K-Son said she couldn't talk to Niji or some VTubers because they had deals with China, which was Niji. She had some friends, and Niji was like, y'all just so stupid. And the fact is that when Sagem exposed it by saying, oh, I told the Doki saying you want to be part of the tournament, do you not take her? Doki did the mature thing, said, no, let her play, just put me in a different side of the bracket. I'm not good in the game anyway, and we'll get it all about lives. That's it. That's how petty this was. You delayed like effectively in a tournament just because, you know what? I don't like them talking to each other. What is wrong with you, man? What is literally wrong with you? Get some, like, stop, get some help. You know, like Kyla would say, like, literally, like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah, this is
so embarrassing.
It is just absolutely unbecoming of you, Niji. It's like you just can't bury the damn hatchet. You could not just like be the bigger company and just like, okay, we did wrong, and just like out of goodwill, we'll let you be. Nope. You want to be even more pettier and just like continue digging yourself down that deeper hole that you call a company, and just absolutely doing nothing for your image.
Which also means that if any person who left Niji, I forgot his name, it was a Kyo, I forgot someone left Kyo. He renamed himself Quinn. I forgot his former name because I don't care for Niji that much. Hey, heads up, guys. So he left the company recently. So I'm picturing that Quinn and Zaya Lanton's also blacklisted from the company. Oh, by the way, did you know that that's just probably bad business? That's the weirdest part. Like, when, and I'll be polite, when Kaicho left this planet, she's still friends with the people at Hollow. They still talk about her, and when they meet up with everything, it's all good. It's just like she departed on her own terms, and we all grew up. Yep. And it's like it's just embarrassing. I can't believe that I can't believe you're a real company. Like, you're like, what did they do to you, man? They touch you your no place? Like, tell me, show me the doll. Like, what is this? I never see, like, bro, this is a tournament. What should Doki go tell? Doki can tell her, hey, Victoria, did you know they fired me? Yeah, I know they fired you. I could just leave it as that. It's called being a professional. Like, Jesus, man.
But yeah, like, again, any talk regarding to Niji Sanji, they just again, it's already angering that even just saying their names. So
like, it's so bad that it makes me feel like, you know what? I don't think I have faith. I don't have faith. Like, I really don't believe, like, unironically, that I have faith in this company to do the right thing. And I mean that seriously. I do not have faith they can or willing to do the right thing.
Like, they're pretty much, like, again, down and dust. I couldn't even care less. I mean, look, again, all the talents, they deserve all the best in the world, by all means. I have respect for them. It's the company head honchos I have problems with. So just a quick clarification for any listeners out there. Again, the talents I have nothing against them. Scarlet, I love you, Scarlet Yanaguni.
Yeah, Scarlet, exactly.
Everybody else, and again, the talents themselves, again, no malice, no heart, no bad intentions. It's just that your company heads is just absolutely vile. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, the actual dog shit people. Like, it's insane. Like, how is this real? Like, you can't tell me, like, oh yeah, this is a real company. There's no way. Like, I can understand holding a grudge. Like, you know what? She left. I didn't like her. The whole 9 yards. Blah blah blah. Right? This is what it is. But you're telling me that, like, in a public event, you're gonna reach out and not do this? What? Your talent is trying to get themselves over, and is probably at best maybe semi-aware of Doki. Do you think if they played Street Fighter together, Doki would just blurt out the entire company in front of her just like that? Like, you're crazy you sound? Like, Jesus Christ, my brother. Like, get your life together, man.
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, I think we already spoke enough. The less we speak about Niji, the better.
So hopefully next month nothing bad happens. So maybe next month they'll get their lives together. I don't know.
I bet a penny there'll be something next month. I bet a penny.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. Like, I can't, like, it just shames me because I can't believe they're a real company, and I can't believe, like, how high school petulant they are. I mean, they're not as bad as, like, I'm a wrestling fan. They're not as bad as, I would say AEW. They're not as bad how petty Japanese promoters were back in the 80s and 90s, and they're not as bad as, well, I would say Triple H sometimes, but Jesus, they're hitting Vince McMahon level stupidity. They're hitting that level of stupidity where it's like, I don't think you guys have a brain cell in there. I think there's nothing but like rot in there.
No, they don't sound like Vince McMahon. They seem more like a Dixie Carter type of company.
Yeah, Dixie Carter. There we go. Yeah, Dixie Carter type company. Yeah. That is a better adjustment. Yeah, I just can't. I cannot internally believe that this is a real thing. That this is what they're fighting for.
Money. Agreed.
Yeah, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. So in my mind, I said, like in my mind, I don't really have faith in them. I don't know how they're going to get their life together, but I wish them the best. I wish them the best.
Hopefully all for the best. I agree.
Yeah, hopefully, because it's like, to me, it sucks because there's some talent there who I enjoy. Rosemi is very fun. I would recommend Rosemi streams. Scarlett, we mentioned before, is super fun. Those are like two people I enjoy watching the most if I was watching Niji. And it's like, how could this company keep, like, their reputation is so bad to a point, I believe, that it actively hurts the talents. Because you're now associated with them by association. It's like, hi.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
but that is everything with VTuber Corner. Once again, everything is great except for Niji. Everything is great except for,
pretty much. Oh, heck yeah. Even with V Shoujo, we're going to, I know they have currently at San Antonio, Texas, like San Japan right now. So, but heck, and even they're doing good. So yeah, V Shoujo. I mean, not the majors. I know that I actually, by the time recording tonight is going to be Iron Master Subathon. So if you want to go check out Iron Master Subathon, that's happening later on tonight at when it's podcast release. Then let me check her out. So
I hope she takes care. Not health wise. I hope she pays herself. Subathons can be very lengthy on your health and everything. So I hope she takes care of herself for that. That's all I worry.
Yep. Good luck on the Subathon, Iron Mask.
Yeah, well, you're going to make it. You're going to riz it up. I also this is a small complaint I had about AnimeNYC. Small complaint.
Okay.
There was hardly any official Vishoto swag, so that's kind of cringe. Not gonna lie.
So unfortunately, there were the usual. There was Senpai Squad was still there with the old apparel, like from when K-Son and the other people showed up later on. There was some from Senpai Squad, but not as like pronounced.
Yeah.
So Vishoto, please stop by AnimeNYC again. Please, I want to see K-Son and Armas once again, please.
Yeah, I'll be there for K-Son, and I'll be there.
And also, can you please bring Project Melody, please? I want to see my favorite AI, please.
Look. I think Project Melody, unironically, is too spicy.
Dude, again, we had freaking Faku J18 and everyone else. We had media blasters.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You have to fix it. You have to make sure like everyone knows, like, yeah, this is that type of stream, baby.
But heck, I would say like at least they appreciate the people culture. There are cultured stuff booths aren't there, so
they were there. They had some things of culture. No one's going to deny that part. They had some art. We'll leave it as that.
The artist alley, whatever it may be. Yeah. So again, please, NYC, if you please give us some love for the culture people, please. Thank you.
Yeah, give what the culture's feeling,
Yeah.
All right, so if that's it, we got a couple of other pieces of news before we actually dive back into a full deep dive of AnimeNYC. If you are a Naruto fan, and who isn't, because there's a lot of people on the internet who say otherwise, it is coming for free in its entirety to Amazon as part of their freebie service, as well as Prime Video. The only downside is that they didn't say when, but it's coming. And it only is the original Naruto series, so that is basically 220 episodes minus about 110 of filler, so about 110 of actual canon episodes of Naruto. But yeah, there's filler guides out there. Just look them up and skip. Literally, like episode 1, I think it's like 160 to 219 or something. It's a big gap. It's huge. Unfortunately, no one warned me about filler back when I first started watching anime, and so I watched a painful Money Jitsu episode and thought it was canon. Feel bad for me, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're a fan of Naruto, at some point in the future, who knows when, just check it out on Amazon for free, which is basically an alternative to sailing the 7 seas, which we do not condone unless it's Girls Band Cry. because there's no other way to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, there was no other way to watch it. They're fixing
yeah.
that, but it's like too little too late. Also, Attack on Titan, the series that will not die, because right when the anime ended, we're getting Attack on Titan, The Last Attack, which is a compilation film of all of the final seasons. So yeah,
a compilation movie. Like,
yeah, a compilation
oh my
movie.
God.
I mean, do we really need these things? I mean, like I've seen like again, of course, naturally, milk it as much as we can. Like, or I don't know, you need to have it as a digestible form in that one small part instead of like I don't know, spending a good solid afternoon seeing all the episodes. Like, do you really need these compilation movies, especially like I don't know, a recap movie of the entire season, a recap of like to prep you up for like the next featured film, original feature film, like.
And what's even worse is like the anime didn't end all that long ago. It was like what, 1 or 2 seasons ago. Like, why are you even bringing out a compilation film this close to the anime ending, only to milk it for what it's worth? Because Hajime Isayama is not going to be satisfied until he has more money than Masashi Kishimoto.
Oh my God! You joke, but I'm actually starting to believe that. Like, because I'm not the biggest fan of Attack on Titan. I'll leave it as that. Like, I think the series is not good in my opinion. I would just hate someone across. It's not good. I think it's just it's a bad Evangelion. I'll leave it as that. But like, holy, like I was like, okay, the manga's finished. They finished most of the side stories. It's over. I can move on with my life. Absolutely not. It's not happening. You got to take what you get sometimes, man.
It actually is kind of similar to Evangelion, because instead of getting in his mother, the Titan is the mother. So
yeah.
It sort of works out.
It sort of works out. I mean, if that's what the kids want these days, you know.
Yeah, just getting inside your mother. I mean, just going back to where it all began.
Yeah, where it all began. Yeah. This whole was meant for me. Oh, geez, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully when this film is dead, we don't get like Attack on Titan, the final reboot, part 1 or something like that, because that'd be absolutely atrocious. Just let it die.
I have a feeling they actually might try that on us. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, get like the Brotherhood remake.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, Titanhood, part 1. Season 1, part 1 of season 1 of part 1.
Part 1 of season 1, yeah. Redux.
All right, but yeah, those are a couple of tidbits I wanted to at least cover before we move into the big topic, which of course is AnimeNYC. And since you guys talked about VTuber Corner, I'll take over a little bit here, because we had some manga announcements from a lot of the publishers out there, and I am not going to go through all the ones from Yen Press because they dumped a hefty amount. And when I say hefty amount, I'm talking about 22 different manga and light novel titles that are coming out. But there are a couple of big notable ones. The first one would be Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, aka Danmachi. They have the Minor Myths and Legends spin-off series, which features a prominent shot of Hestia's ass on the cover, so that is absolutely beautiful. So I would recommend picking it up for Hestia's ass and no other reason whatsoever. And they have announced, and obviously this is pretty much an inevitability, but they announced Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale is coming. I mean, they pretty much have every other, in the incarnation of Sword Art Online by Reki Kawahara. So why not add Ordinal Scale to the mix? Because, money. But yeah, out of the 22 announcements, those are the only 2 real major names. There's some other good stuff in there. And there's your typical, isekais. There's your villainous stuff. They got your slice of life romance. Even got a couple of boys love titles in there, which, hey, that floats your boat, go for it. Complete list is on the Outerhaven, so feel free to go ahead and check that out and give us more page views, because we love our page views. Who doesn't? But thanks to Matt for doing some legwork here. We got a whole bunch of announcements coming out of J Novel Club. Looks like they've got Tough Love at the Office, the complete Yuri collection. So if you love Yuri, there you go. They also have SHWD, also the complete Yuri collection. Do you see a theme forming here? I got married to the girl I hate most in class. So that's actually honestly on my list, because I love stories like that. Pet Shop of Horrors Collector's Edition. So if you've actually read the original series, you're going to get a collector's edition out of them pretty soon. Love Between Fairy and Devil, Loving Moondog, And I think that was it from them. Let's see what else you got here. We have Kodansha, which essentially, let's be real here. Oh, no, that's Kadokawa. I was about to say it's the same company, but yeah, Kadokawa owns J Novel. They both begin with K, all right? But digital release, oh my God, you actually want me to try and pronounce this one? Manchuria Opium Squad. All right, that wasn't that bad. They got that coming out. They got Twilight Out of Focus box set. They've got Musashi, which is obviously pretty good samurai novel. So if you want to check that out, do so. And on the same theme, we got Last Samurai Standing coming out as well. You're All Mine Tonight, which is a boys' love that is going to be spicy if you're into that thing, just judging by the cover, because it's two guys laying on top of each other. Followed up by another boys' love, Light of My Life. And then finally another boys' love, Attack on Titanfly.
Oh God, yeah. Jeez.
So yeah, it still doesn't die. But yeah, that's kind of the big ones coming out of AnimeNYC as far as manga is concerned. But there is also one from a smaller publisher, Graphics Book, Mecha Ude, Mechanical Arms. So go ahead and check that out if you are a Mecha fan. I'm pretty sure Keith will be all over that one because he loves his mechas, he loves his Gundams, and Robotechs, and all this other good stuff. I never got into that genre though.
No.
And you mentioned them earlier. I'm going to say it now. Good Smile Company, again, please sponsor us. And this is going to be an ad for you. I'm just saying, we've given you 2 ads. I'm about to give you a third one right now. What's a little sponsorship going to do for you? The Steins Gate figurine, Kurisu Maki say, My Waifu, is coming out. And yes, this is already on pre-order. It's relatively inexpensive. And once it hits, it will be mine to add to the collection.
I knew you were gonna like that.
Cheap true power. Yeah.
Yep, I already own 2 Makise statues. I probably would own more if I wasn't paying off student loans and had more of an abundance of money to spend on them, because some of these statues are like $350 a pop.
Yeah. Forget about it. It was like, okay, approaching like maybe 130, 150. Okay, maybe. But yeah, if it's like over 200 or even 300, forget about it.
Yeah, I think this one from Good Smile is like $40, which is way more affordable. And you can tell, I mean, it's a little more simplistic looking, but I don't care. It's my waifu. I am going to buy the shit out of it because it's inexpensive and it's my waifu.
It's your Kamiyoshi.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's it for my side of things because I wasn't at AnimeNYC. You two were, so I guess throw it back to you guys. And yes, we already know you went to HoloLive.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, outside of the VTuber sphere, like there was definitely other things happening. Of course, naturally mentioning again, there were all other Japanese guests out there, which, granted enough, I feel like there wasn't as big. I mean, sure, they had the Japanese voice actor for Piccolo, as well as Chiwasato, as well as a couple of the production team of like who did Beastars, as well as Dadan, which I know that's kind of like the biggest show for next season. There was a premiere there, as well as like the Terminator show, the Terminator anime that was coming out on Netflix, which I know some people kind of excited about. I don't know, it was pretty good. But yeah, there was also some things in regards to that, and of course, naturally, there surprisingly enough is like a good. When is in our video with me and Matt, is like there's just surprisingly a good spread of everything. Like, of course, naturally, the biggest one is being a Critical Role for the D&D people out there. Like, yeah, they had everyone: Matthew Mercer, Laura Bailey, the entire cast and crew of Critical Role, and like Sam Rigo is. Like, yeah, finally meeting Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey, which, if you know how coveted they were, yeah. And this for all you listeners out there, for the epic, if they ever say you need to buy pre-order autographs or whatever it may be, photos, whatever it may be, if you want to go for the pre-order photos, that's okay, that's probably legit. But for the autographs, if they can do something up there on the tables or what else, like that thing is only really for insurance. Like, if you want to get at least one autograph or whatever maybe from them, by all means, definitely buy the pre-order autograph slots. But if I feel like 8 times out of 10, if you are like pretty much camping at their lines and make sure you don't disrupt any people, you can see Matthew Mercer, you see Laura Bailey, no problems. So yeah, you just have to be lucky and just be on the ball with them. So yeah, the online purchases, well, is good insurance, but not necessary. So critical fans, if you want to see these coveted voice actors, by all means, don't need to, but it's just insurance, so not mandatory, not absolute mandatory. And aside from the overall voice actors, again, I saw Alex Lee, which again, I apologize, Alex Lee, for the emotional trauma I caused you. My sincerest apologies.
What did you do, Will? What did you do?
He said he was huge. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Again, check out Alex Lee's Twitter and Instagram account if you want to know what I'm talking about. But again, I'm so sorry for the emotional trauma I've caused you. And of course, and aside from that, just like nothing really much else. I mean, the only thing that pretty much, again, I mentioned earlier, again, meeting Kaho Shibuya, which she's just an absolutely lovely gal. And yeah, if you want to take a Polaroid of her, by all means, it's great service. It is great service.
Yeah, service, right? Yeah, it's service.
Don't worry. This is a PG-13 service. Like, unless you want to.
Oh no, that's what we call it. It's PG-13. Those are for all.
What would you call it? Like, I mean, sure, it may be regarded as the most lewdest of acts anywhere else, but like, what would you call a certain contact of the handings? So that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, Kaho Shibuya, by all means, just if you want to see her, she's just absolutely good. And of course, naturally, there was also other people, cosplayers. Solochu also made an appearance as well for like Jujutsu Kaisen cosplay and all that. And I have been wanting to do a particular service in regards to like the cosplay community, and I can see why people would enjoy that wall service, is what I'm gonna say. So
it's a legitimate product. Can we say that much, right?
Product / experience.
It's
so
it's what the culture is feeling, you know.
If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go on Solochu's Instagram account. You know what I mean. But is there anything else aside from of YouTubers that you checked out?
I think nothing there. I think I talked about it in the video, but I'll say it again here. It's I had like one of the things I was happy for was how the setup for the convention was really good. I'll definitely give credit for that. It was a really good setup, one of the best. And I think that was a good direction to go. I really enjoyed the amount of manga vendors that were there. I wish more of them showed up. I wish more of them showed up with more stuff in the future. Like more vendors, like Seven Seas, as I said, killed it. They had the most selection. They had the most. They were like, they came up. They had books for everyone, and I mean for everyone.
Yes, the publisher was definitely a winner. Again, Seven Seas, we love you, man. And again, thank you and for bringing which will be at the end of the this episode, my recommendations. But yeah, again, props to you just showing up at all. So thank you, Seven Seas.
Yeah, it was a real treat to see them. That's that much I'll contest. But yeah, that's pretty much it from a con for me, because I don't want to repeat what you guys said from the video. But it was, I think if I had to grade in AnimeNYC, it's between like a B+ to an A-. It was a lot better than it was previous years. And I don't know if it's because it had less space and less people, but it was a better experience either way.
It's that, by all means, if you want to check out the full thoughts of it, please check out me and Matt's full recap video of AnimeNYC 2024. And just as a tidbit, a quick spark notes here is like, this convention was, again, they had the entire floor, they had the entire like convention as outside besides the main the extension on the right side of the Javits Center. But this year was just, as you said, full. It just feels much more fuller. I mean, nothing overwhelming like a Repub or New York Comic Con, but not underwhelming. It's like an interesting balance, in my opinion. And as I said, the Japanese guest wasn't something to like really die for. I mean, heck, they had like Yuki, I don't know, Yuki. Aoi Koga, or I don't know, Nana Mizuki of that sort. Like in previous years, I would be losing my crap. Because I'm such fans of them. But the guest list wasn't as star-studded, but it was okay enough. So it was definitely on the safer side. But as you said, they had a good spread from D&D to Japanese to Western voice actors to gaming. A gaming lounge. They had the different stages, and the panel rooms actually pretty managed very well. So it's just a good solid spread overall, and it's like a good balance. That's what I would probably describe this year as is a good balance. So I'll be writing my review and my aspect on the site in the near future. But overall, like if I had to grade it, was also solid B+ as well. It's just a good solid spread.
So Matt, you mentioned manga vendors. How's our friends over at One Piece Books? Do they still like us?
They're still friends with us. They remember us all this time. Speaking of which, I have been so busy. I have to give shouts to our homie. I have to give them a nice, polite email, as I always do every year. And then, hope from that. But they're doing great. They had a special at the convention that was really cool. They sold all their books for $5.
It is absolutely crazy. That's a damn steal.
People went pandemonium for that, and I deeply respect that. That was I had to call that. That's some good strategy. Not going to lie about that, man.
That is a good sale. So even it was out from the first day as well, or is it just the entire convention?
The entire convention was through. The entire convention.
Hey man, One Piece, jeez. Winner.
Well, the reason why I asked if they still like this, because I might be changing that opinion on September 15th.
Oh, crap.
Oh, no.
Please do not burn the bridge that we have definitely built. Come on.
Yeah, please don't. Like, we did everything, man. Come on.
Well, I say that because I wrote a manga review today because I thought it came out on last week, but I realized it comes out on September 17th, so I wanted to release it closer to the release date. And I kind of skewered it.
Oh God!
I mean, I'll be fair. It's not a bad manga. It's just flat and generic, but it's not great. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, you're not gonna read this and be like, "Wow, this is the worst thing I've ever read." You're just gonna read this and be like, "Oh, okay," and
typical slop.
Yeah. I don't know if I should mention the title or if I should wait closer.
Wait, no, don't. We've done so much work, please.
I mean, we're only a monthly podcast. We only do this every single month or so we'll probably know about it next month. So might as well just at least give us a hint what the title is.
No. Just protect our investments, okay? And protect the investments, right?
One Piece book, we love you.
We love you. Please don't. Yeah.
All right, fine. I will not mention that the title is Hero Without a Class Who Even Needs Skills. All right, I won't mention that whatsoever.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, please don't. Yeah, please don't.
No, in all seriousness, like I said in my review, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the manga. Like, this is not written poorly. The characters do have personalities and they do shine through. It's just that nothing dramatic happens. It's a typical story that follows the shonen style checklist from top to bottom, where you have a character in the lead that has no special powers or abilities. He ends up being overpowered anyway because of his disability. He has no skill. He has no class. So he basically starts learning the skills of people who do have a class and becomes better than them. Typical OP stuff. And then he's never put into a situation where he's ever in any type of danger. They do a small tournament arc and he basically solos the entire group he's up against, and they're supposed to be these A-rank swordsmen and stuff like that. It's there's nothing here that really screams unique, nor does it scream interesting. It's about as vanilla and as flat as it can be. Like I say, it's not a bad manga. It's just nothing that's going to really blow your socks off or wow or amaze you. So yeah, maybe skewer was the wrong word.
Yeah, at best it's just mid.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Like I said, it's mid.
Yeah, that's okay. That's level. Okay, cool. We thought we'd be all right, it's time to burn this entire bridge that we've been building for months.
Well, it's when I look at classic fantasy, I don't think of stuff like this, because this is more like shonen fantasy. It's basically an isekai without the isekai. It's about as close as you can get to it with that formula. When I think of pure fantasy, I'm thinking of something like Tears to Tiara, where you actually have giants and ogres and demons and angels and just going on adventures. And you have the bowman who's a girl who's also drunk all the time, stuff like that. You stumble upon a dwarf every now and then just hammering away and blacksmithing out in a mountain somewhere. And, with mithril ore, that's the shit I love, classic deep rooted fantasy, not this, twiggy little 15-year-old boy who just happens to master swordsman skills without being a swordsman.
Fair enough.
I'm old school. What can I say? I grew up with D&D, all right? So if you can think anything that's D&D, that's my style of fantasy. Lit RPG. There you go. That's my realm.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
The DRPG format. Yeah.
So I roll a friggin' 19 to succeed. I roll a 1. Whatever. I get shot in the knee with an arrow. That's what it is. I wake up on the back of a wagon.
Yeah, thus ending your career as an adventurer. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ate the food and died of dysentery, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's going to wrap up our Anime NYC coverage, and that brings us to the end of yet another episode of the A1 podcast. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our monthly recommendations. What have you got for us this month, Will?
And yes, I can finally say this after so many years. And again, this is shout outs to you, Seven Seas. You're finally releasing Volume 17 of Monster Musume. My God, it has been 84 years. So yes, during the convention, they were selling early copies of Monster Musume Volume 17, but the official release is gonna be coming out on Monday, September 16th. So that is gonna be my recommendation for this month. So yes, Monster Musume, Monster Girls, they ain't dead yet. Please release a few other volumes as soon as possible. 17s, I beg of thee. Do you want my money or not? Okay, I'll stop being dramatic now.
Okay, so that was it. So I picked up a bunch of new books at the convention, and one of them is a book of a K-drama I'm watching called A-01 Class. I found it at Ise Press, the Yen Press booth. The Yen Press booth had a mix of books. I want to say it's the second best. They had a mix of everything from their webtoons to stuff they got privately, but I got Iwatani Class Volume 1, and I deeply enjoyed it. I am going to today get Volume 2 and pre-order Volume 3 on Crunchyroll, because that 15% off a book is kind of worth it, even though sometimes the packaging's not the best. I don't know. You get what you get. But this is actually an excellent drama series about a guy who's trying to get revenge in a unique way. So no spoilers. Check it out. It's a slow burn. I really enjoy it.
All right, and for me, I'm finally going to recommend this one because it's finally getting good. It's called I Want to End This Love Game. It is a manga out from, I forgot if it's Viz Media or Yen Press. Wow, I've read so many manga. Let me just click on this real quick while I ramble on. It's Viz Media. All right, awesome. Hey, forgive me. I'm literally reading 54 series right now. I can't keep it straight, all right? But
54? Jesus.
Yeah, 54. So I want to end this love game is basically about these two childhood friends, and when they were younger, they basically created the love game. And for like the first two volumes, it was basically a running joke that got really stale. It's basically like, I touched you. Did your heart flutter? If it did, you lose the love game. I looked at you. Did your heart flutter? Then you lose the love game. I'm staring at you and I'm thinking pervy thoughts. Did that make your heart flutter? Then you lose the love game. That's basically the first two volumes. The third volume finally introduces like a new character. She's like the student council president. She's like your typical, strict, iron skin, by the rules type person, but she has a love interest herself. She becomes interested in the love game and they try and teach it to her. And all of a sudden, as they're doing that, they kind of realize that the love game was more than just playing it with each other. It was more like a support system to help them grow as characters and help them grow as people. So it actually had a dual meaning to it. And I'm like, finally, something that makes this worthwhile. And it actually is turning into a pretty good series. So if you can stomach the first two volumes and get past like the running joke that gets old really quick, the third volume really turns it around and adds so many different layers to it that it actually makes it a really good comedy romance. So yeah, definitely check that out. And from the anime side of things, as well as the manga side of things, Dead Demon's Destruction. Holy shit, I love the hell out of this series, both manga and anime. Watch it, read it, I don't care. Just dig into Inyo Asano and all of his other works. He's a genius. But yeah.
Voice of a generation, yeah.
Yeah, basically once in a generation. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for recommendations. So, as always, what are your final thoughts? I'm pretty much, going to guess your final thoughts. Both of you is like, fuck Nichi Sanji.
That's one of them.
That's a good one. That's a basic. Yeah, he's hitting it up there. Yeah.
That is one of them, if anything else, Josh. But yeah, I guess final thoughts for me as we're heading into September and summer comes real close and we get things getting cold. Just please do not celebrate Halloween. We're still 2 months away, give or take, of Halloween. Please, can you not do that? And I already hear Mariah Carey already thawing out of her ice form right now, so please don't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That royalty check must be good.
Yeah, but overall from that, I'm happy that anime has been, pretty much getting up there, if anything. So, this season has been very good, and I can only look forward to what's happening in the next season. So, anime good. And also, please, 7 Seas, please, set more Muscars, please, I beg of thee.
All right, and Matt, aside from fuck Nichi Sanji, what is your final thoughts?
My final thought is I actually want to check if there's a crossbreed between like really good K-dramas into to the Korean manhwa century, because there's a series I finished watching called Bloodhounds. I liked it. I hope it gets turned into a manhwa. So I want my K-dramas or K-drama-S shows and movies be turned into books. So that's my final thought. I hope that happens a thing. And as always, Crunchyroll, I beg of thee, please do not damage my books when you deliver them. That's all I ask of thee, please.
Yeah, one more thing as well before we wrap up is like also props to you. Maybe again, you just recently finished up the series of Tales of the Wedding Rings, and that ending. I mean, sure, not the best, but again, I thank you for that ending. And again, at least it's the better ending than freaking Rent a Girlfriend. So yes, Tales of the Wedding Rings as well. So yeah, love you, maybe.
All right, and my final thoughts. Well, it's gonna be another shameless plug because 8 days from the day of this recording on September 9th, the 11th volume of my Slice of Life drama series From Ash makes its debut. And to celebrate the release of the 11th volume, starting tomorrow, Labor Day, September 3rd, and the entire week leading up to volume 11's release, all of From Ash volumes 1 through 10 will be 50% off on all ebook digital platforms. So make sure you get caught up on your journey as Ash becomes a published author. There you go. That's my final thought. Shills and plugs.
Hey, we gotta get that money somewhere, right? There you go. Yeah.
I love money.
I love money.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, that's going to do it for us this month. Since it's the 1st of September, we might be back at the end of September if there's a lot of noteworthy stuff. If not, probably the beginning of October, where it really will be Halloween season and all your candy corn will be burned in a pyre of evil because that stuff is absolutely disgusting.
No, we'll be caught in the pumpkin spice season already as it is. So yeah, it's already bad enough. Yeah,
Starbucks is running wild, ladies and gentlemen. Pumpkin spice and white girls everywhere are rejoicing.
It's white girl autumn, baby.
Crap.
So, with that being said, for Will and for Matt, I am JJ Piedra saying Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land. Peace.